She's a companion, she's a friend, and she and her other four-legged sibling are probably as close to children as I think I will ever get. So she's my little kid. Originally, her normal vet thought that it was just trauma, because the other dog that she lives with is a little bigger than she is, and they play kind of rough, and so she was starting to kind of be stiff and hold her neck weird, and so took her to the vet, and they said, oh, you probably jumped on her, and we started treating her with anti-inflammatories, and we started treating her with kennel rest, and it just got worse, and it got worse, and everything we tried, nothing helped. The vet didn't know what it was. I certainly didn't know what it was. And finally, middle of the night, and it's always the middle of the night with animal emergencies, she was in her kennel and she wouldn't come out, and I reached in to pet her and she snapped at me. And that was it. So I went to a different emergency vet, who I'm so grateful for, because she was the first one who looked at her and she's like, well, first of all, your dog's checking out, because her body temperature had dropped. Charity was on her way out. And she's like, but I don't think we've been treating this right. It's like, I think that this is a neurological disorder, and I know exactly where you need to go. Good girl. And so Charity came here to Dr. Lane in a box, this big box with towels, carried her in and went, please help us, and had no idea what it was.
Charity Russell was a very vibrant, outgoing miniature pincer who experienced a sudden onset of visual loss. This meant that the visual loss was occurring behind the eyeball or within the cranium itself. Neurologic examination localized it to an optic nerve problem only. Spinal fluid assessment allowed us to diagnose her case as being a localized form of GME.
I honestly thought when I handed over the box of my dog to Dr. Lane's staff that would be the last I ever saw of her.
Therapy allowed us to start steroid therapy for immediate benefit, followed by the institution of cyclosporin.
It turned out that she had lesions on her meninges. She had gone blind because her optic nerves were so inflamed from this autoimmune disease where her body was attacking her own meninges.
Cyclosporin is what we are using now to control her disease, and she is 100% visual and normal at this time.
If she had not come here, she wouldn't have survived. She's back to her obnoxious, I think I'm a pit bull self. She's owner of the world. She's playful, she's happy. Dr. Lane saved my dog.